You are welcome to this Microsoft Excel tutorials, and in this worksheet we have this data set well organized, and this data set is about a practical text exams that consist of name of student and some text they partake, which are text 1, text 2, text 3, and these texts are added up to get their total marks. And when we move to the right side, we have these two columns here. We have the level column and we have the status column. Now, this is the data that is obtained by this individual student based on the three kinds of text they partake. And we are going to base on this and use these two columns to control whether they are qualified or disqualified based on the kind of award or prize we want to give to any student that passed this particular text. We are going to use a special feature in Excel known as checkbox. That is to use checkbox interactivity to control their level and status based on their total marks. So let's learn how to insert checkbox into this Excel data and also control to get their status, whether they will be qualified or disqualified based on the kind of prize or award we want to give to any individual or student that is going to pass the total marks. Now, as I said, this data is well organized. We have all this data under text 1, text 2, text 3, and also total marks. We are going to draw a checkbox for all these individual cells below the column F, which has the column header level, and that is going to match the number of students we have in this worksheet. So to do this, you move to the menu bar and we have this tab known as developer tab. If you don't have this tab available, you can right click on any of these tabs, then you choose customize the ribbon, and then in this Excel options dialog box you make sure that customize ribbon is selected. Then you move to the right side of this customize ribbon field and check this developer tab, then you click on OK. Now when you come back to your interface of Microsoft Excel, you are going to see this developer tab available. Click on it, and then this is going to show or display the ribbon of this tab, and we are going to emphasize on the controls group, and we are going to choose this insert command. This gives you this drop down and we have these tools available. Under form controls, we are going to click on this checkbox, and then we are going to draw a checkbox in this cell. Now when you draw this checkbox, we have this box and also this default text. Anytime you draw a checkbox in Excel, you have this checkbox selected. What you can easily do is to double click in the checkbox. You have your cursor blinking, and you can use the delete key on the keyboard to delete all this default text. Now after deleting the default text available in this checkbox, you can click and arrange or align your text box into the cell perfectly. Now anytime you do so, you should adjust this particular text box so that we can have a space for this cell. This is where we are going to use our fill handle in Excel, and then we click and drag this to the last student so that we can have the checkboxes available for all these students. These are the individual checkboxes we are going to click to find their status, and that is going to base on the total marks. Now that this is done, in Excel, anytime you click on a checkbox, it has two arguments that pops out. That is a true argument and also a false argument. Currently when I click on this box is checked but nothing happens. So what we have to do is to link all these checkboxes to these individual cells we have under the column F. So what I'm going to do is you select this checkbox, and we have two ways you can use to select a checkbox in Excel. You can hold down the control key on the keyboard and click, and that is going to select the checkbox. Another way to select is to place your pointer on the checkbox, then you right click. All this gives you the option to select your checkbox, and when you do so, you choose format control. You are going to get this dialog box, that is the format control dialog box, and currently this checkbox is unchecked, and that is the value that is selected here. We are going to link this checkbox to this cell, which is under column F and then row 3. So we are going to type F3 in this cell, that is to have a link to this checkbox. After doing so, you click on OK. So we are going to do the same thing for all these checkboxes. So you hold down your control key and select this, right click, then you choose format control. We are going to link that to F4, then you click on OK. So give me some minutes to link all these checkboxes to their individual cells. Now I have linked all these checkboxes to their related cells in this worksheet. If I click on any of this checkbox, you can see that I have a true here, and when I click, I have false. When I click on this, I have true, and also when I click, I have the false argument. So anytime we click on the checkbox, it displays two arguments, which are the true and false arguments. And we are going to base on this output to find our status, and that is going to be dependent on the total marks of the student. In this practical test exams, the award given to the individual student is going to base on every student who is able to get 85 and above. When you have a total marks of 85 and above, there is a prize or award to be given to you. So we are going to use another formula in Microsoft Excel, which is the if formula. That is going to help us to generate the output whereby a student is going to be qualified for the prize or disqualified. So what I'm going to do is to select this cell that is below the status column. So I am going to type the equal to sign and the if function. Then this function is demanding for a logical text, and our logical text is going to base on the arguments, that is the two arguments, that is the true and false argument, that is going to be displayed under the level column. So our first argument is going to base on the first student, and because Excel deals with relative reference, we will drag this formula down, and that is going to match the other students with their cell references. So I'm going to use this particular as my logical text, which is F3. And as you can see, after typing the F3, that cell is selected. So as usual, any argument in that cell will be allocated or identified in the function. So if F3 is equal to true, then this particular output should give me qualified. That is, if a student is above the 85 marks or equal to the 85 marks, and we have a click on the checkbox, that student should be qualified. And if this F3 is equal to true, then we want a qualified output. And because qualified is a text, we are going to put that into a quotation mark. Now let's bring our comma. The next false argument is, or the next value, which is false, that is disqualified. So if the argument in F3 is false, then this particular output of the status should give us disqualified, and that is also going to be placed in a quotation mark. Now let's close the bracket for the if function, and then let's hit the enter key. I'm going to adjust this column based on the content in the cell. So if I click on this, I have qualified, and if I click on this, I have disqualified. Now that we have this function situated in the first cell for the first student, let's double click on this fill handle. Then we have all these arguments given to this student. So anytime I click on this, it means that that particular student is going to be qualified, and we are going to base on this total marks. So for the first student, she had 93, meaning this is qualified, and then second student has 73, that is disqualified. Then we go to the third student, 95, that is qualified. So those that are disqualified, we are not going to click on the checkbox. So we do that for the individual student. So this is how to use checkboxes interactivity to control your data. Let me pinpoint you some small adjustments you can make to your data. When you look at the level column, when we click on the checkbox, we see the true, and when we uncheck, we see the false. What we are going to do is to select this, hold down the shift key and the down arrow key to select all these cells. Now let's move to the home tab, and then in the font group, we are going to change the font color to white, so that that particular argument will be invisible. So when we click on the checkbox, we do not see the true or false argument. Now I have a video in the description below that also shows you how to insert checkboxes and link all your checkboxes to all the cells at once in a quick way. So you can check that link out and watch that particular video. In this video, because we have this small data set, that is why we took our time to manually link all these checkboxes to their individual cells. So when you have a data set of 100 or 70 plus of data, and you need to have 70 or 100 checkboxes, that is going to be a tedious work when you try to connect all the cells to the checkboxes manually. So that is why you need this particular video I've posted in the description below, that will show you how to link these cells automatically in a quick way using Visual Basic for application. So this is how to use checkboxes in Excel, and then use them to control your available data in Microsoft Excel. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment and share, and also consider to subscribe, and we shall meet in our next tutorials.